Hello Misfits, and welcome back to another episode of Guess Which Celebrity Stole Artwork Now. I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't get, what is the, why? Why are we doing this? I don't get why it's so hard to not steal artwork. Like, how hard is it? If you didn't make something, then don't post it. It's so easy. Apparently this is just like my thing now. This is like every time a celebrity steals art, I'm gonna call them out for it because it annoys me. I've made videos like this in the past. I think the first one was about H&M, who built like an ad campaign around a mural that a graffiti artist had done without his permission. And then I made one about Chris Brown when he stole concepts for a music video. And then the most recent one was Aaron Carter, who used someone's artwork to promote his clothing brand. Which, let me give you a little tiny update. I don't know if you remember, in that video, I told you that no one had actually received any of the hoodies that Aaron made yet. Well, guess what? People received them, and they were bad. Let me just take a second to show you what people got in the mail from Aaron Carter.
No, 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 no.
Whatever amount of money anyone paid for those hoodies, it wasn't worth it. They are garbage. They belong in the garbage with Aaron Carter because he is garbage. Okay, moving on. Anyways, today we're talking about Lil Uzi Vert. And I know a lot of you are probably gonna be annoyed by this because a lot of you like Lil Uzi, and that's fine, you're allowed to. I don't like him. And that's just me, that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. But I know a lot of you are probably familiar with this story already because so many of you tagged me in it and sent this to me in my DMs. So I want to talk about it because the more I looked into the story, the stupider it got. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we talk about it, there's something I gotta do first. Are you ready? Before we get started, I gotta give a shout out to today's sponsor. That's right, baby. We got a sponsor. Everybody give a big ol' thank you to Raid Shadow Legends. I'm not kidding. They actually sponsored the video. Who else was it gonna be? What are you doing while you're quarantined in your house? You're playing video games. And what game are you playing? I don't care. You should be playing Raid Shadow Legends. You like PvP? We got that. What about PvE? Got that too. Look how cool these champions are. Look! I don't think you understand how good this game actually is. What's the matter? Your mommy won't buy you a smartphone? Well, stop crying, because you can play on PC too. And guess what? It's free!
Free? It must be good.
That's right, it is good. And guess what else? The highly anticipated Battle Pass is on right now. Season 1 is in full swing. You can win free energy refills. You can win gems. You can win upgraded artifact sets. And you can win all new epic and legendary champions. All you gotta do is complete the daily and weekly challenges. That's it, that's all you gotta do. I don't know what you're asking, how do I get all this stuff? You click the link in the description and you download the game and then you just play it. That's it, so easy. Once again, the link is in the description. Go click it right now or we're gonna have a problem. And that's not a threat, that's a promise. Okay, let's get back to the video now. Thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring me. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Lil Uzi being a dirty, stinky, rotten thief and stealing someone's artwork. So a few days ago, Lil Uzi came out with a new single. What the hell was it called? It was called That Way. As you can tell, I did not care that much when this came out, so I didn't pay that much attention to it. But a Korean artist named Theyre, which I assume sounds way cooler in Korean. I promise I'm not gonna make fun of the artist's name anymore. Every time I do one of these videos, I make fun of the artist's name. I promise I'm not gonna do it anymore in this one. Anyways, Lil Uzi released a single. This artist saw the artwork and said, hey, wait a minute, I did that, that's mine. So let me show you the artwork in question and you be the judge. You tell me, do you think Lil Uzi copied this artwork? I mean, here you go. This is the two of them side by side. What do you think? You think he stole it? In a lot of these cases, the offender, in this case Lil Uzi, they'll say things like, I was inspired by their artwork, but I didn't copy it, but I was inspired by it. Which in the case of the Chris Brown video, that was what they said. That was their argument. Oh, we were just inspired by things that we saw online. And they didn't just like take the pictures they found and put them in the video. They actually reshot them. But I mean, they did exact replicas of the things that they found. In this case, they just used it. They just took what they found and they fucking used it. Like they didn't even try and hide the fact that they just used the same heart. Like it's the exact same one. Look, all these little bits, all the little pieces, they line up perfectly. The only thing that they did change is that they took the original artist's signature off. It's like you had the foresight to do that, but you couldn't change anything else about it. Okay, I don't know how they thought they were gonna get away with that, but they did. They apparently thought they were gonna get away with it. So the artist posted about this on Instagram. They were very upset about it, understandably so, and it blew up, like it went kind of mega viral. That was how I found out about it, because so many people were tagging me in it, and here we are. Now, here's where the story gets a little bit weird, because obviously Lil Uzi didn't do this himself. Like, you know, he hired someone to do this. So the internet tracked down the person that was hired to make this, and they pretty much admitted to stealing it in a DM. Someone said, "Why did you plagiarize this?" And he said, "It's what Uzi asked for." I don't know what to say. Uzi himself came to me and told me to recreate the art that is him wearing a suit with face tats and orange hair, blah, 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 blah. The key word here is recreate. If this is true, if Uzi came to this guy and said, "I want you to recreate this art," then this one's kind of on the illustrator, because they didn't recreate anything. They just copy and pasted it and removed a signature. It's not a cool thing to do. Now, I'm not gonna put this artist on blast for two reasons. Number one, I don't wanna give him any free clout. We don't do free clout around here. So I'm not gonna say your name in the video. Reason number two is that they're only 17. Now, I don't wanna say that makes it okay what he did, because it definitely doesn't. You're definitely old enough to know that stealing's not okay, especially if you're an artist. Don't steal other people's art. But when I was 17, I was doing some dumb shit. I'm just lucky that things like social media didn't exist yet when I was 17. So my mistakes weren't broadcast to the whole world. And I'm double lucky that I wasn't working for huge celebrities when I was 17 and ruining their shit, because that's what this guy did. The reality is you can be very talented at 17, but you're not gonna be very good at business, and that's clearly what's going on here. Again though, it's common sense to just like, don't steal things. I'm gonna say it again, if you didn't make it, don't post it. Don't claim that you made it if you didn't make it. It's not that difficult of a concept. At least I don't think it's that difficult of a concept, but this is the 4th time I've had to make a video like this, so maybe I'm wrong. Anywho. Eventually, Lil Uzi did catch wind of what was going on, and he had to say so. Obviously, he had to say something, right? So Uzi commented on the original artist's post that had gone viral, and he said, "Hey, I'm not a mean person or a thief. I get inspired." I told you he was gonna say that. "I get inspired a lot, and if you want money, I'll have my team contact you and give you money." Well, yeah, I sure hope he does. And there was a mixed reaction to this. Some people were like, "That's cool, that's great. You did a good thing. You're gonna make it right. That's nice of you." But then other people, me, we looked at the situation and we said, well, I mean, yeah, of course you're gonna give him money, because if you don't, you're gonna get sued. You have to give him money. You stole the shit. It doesn't negate the fact that you stole the dang art. Even if it was your illustrator that did it, at the end of the day, I mean, you're the one responsible for it, right? It's just your name on the song, right? It's your name on the album. It's you in the picture. So, I mean, you gotta bear some responsibility in this case. And yeah, giving the money up is the least you could do. You don't really have a choice here. You're not doing something good. You don't have a choice. You have to give him money. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's move on. Now, inevitably, every time something like this happens, there's always people who just don't fucking get it. There's always fans that will defend someone they like no matter what they do wrong. For example, Onion Boy. He has fans. How? I don't know. Chris Brown. He beat the shit out of Rihanna and people still like him. And when I made that video about Chris Brown and called him a woman beater, do you know how many people got mad at me for saying that? Like, he factually is. He's a woman beater. Am I wrong? He did it. But for some reason, there's always people that put celebrities on this pedestal where they can do no wrong, and it's not a good way to be. If you're one of those people, don't do that. If I ever do something dumb, which I probably will at some point. I mean, it's bound to happen eventually, right? I don't want any of you to just like blindly defend me like I did nothing wrong. If I do something stupid, check me. Tell me that shit was stupid. But look at some of these comments that Uzi fans were leaving. I like how he gets mad that a popular artist steals his artwork. Shouldn't that be a compliment? Bruh. First of all, you say steals like it didn't happen. What? And then the classic, the one they always say. That's a compliment. He stole from you. That's a compliment. Bro, if Lil Uzi stole from me, I'd be so hyped, bro. Like, oh my God. Bro, Lil Uzi Vert broke into my house last night and he said, bro, I like your TV. I'm gonna take, that's my TV now. And I said, bro, you take it. That's a compliment, dude. You like my TV? Sweet. Oh. It doesn't make sense. Why would it be a compliment to get robbed? People, man. What is it about people? I don't get y'all sometimes. So what? Uzi made that shit dope. No one would know what it was if it wasn't for Uzi. Plus, if you're the one messaging him, you're an asshole for putting the artist in that spot. Have you seen a doctor lately? Have you had your brain checked? Because I think you might need to do that because I don't think it's working good. So anyways, Uzi coughed up some money. We don't know how much. We think he coughed up money. I assume he did because the original post that went viral that was calling him out, that's been taken down. And I'm sure that was part of the deal was like, hey, I'll give you some money, but you're going to have to shut up about this. Which, fine, fair enough. Get paid, you know, make your money. But Uzi, he didn't do the right thing here. They just got away with it for as long as they could. They knew they copied it. They tried to get away with it and it didn't work. It blew up in their face and he had to pay them money. I can't blame him for trying to be a smart businessman and save a few $1,000s. Like, hey, just steal it and maybe no one will notice. I don't know. I worry about my karma too much to do shit like that. So I wouldn't have done it that way, but I guess that's the way he did it. So in conclusion, Lil Uzi Fart is an art thief. I have branded him as such, and I am the foremost authority on this subject. So what I say goes. If you don't like it, you can suck my big toe. I don't care. If you want to defend someone for so blatantly stealing from another artist, then you, my friend, have a problem. Celebrities don't deserve your defense. They don't like you, they don't know you, they don't care about you. So don't blindly defend them when they do something stupid. At the end of the day, this isn't that big of a deal. You don't have to stop liking someone's music just because they did something dumb. You can like their music and still admit that they did something dumb. And if you can't do that, then maybe you need to take a look at your own life and stop worrying about mine, because I'm sure right now you're in the comment section leaving a comment telling me what an idiot I am. But that's it for today. Thank you again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. You've made my life exponentially better. I feel like a real YouTuber now. I love you for that. Please continue to send me things like this when it happens. I kind of like calling people out for doing this, for stealing art. I don't like when art gets stolen. I don't like it at all. And apparently it's a problem on the internet. People just won't stop doing it. So keep sending those to me. I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there. Social distance. Don't touch each other. Wash your hands. All right. I love you. Goodbye. Mwah.